His dogged pursuit of renewal of the infrastructure of Lagos as the critical strategy for economic growth and poverty alleviation has won the state honors from as far away as Australia, where he was lauded for undertaking the fastest infrastructure renewal ever in Africa. His unflagging spirit has led the government to explode many negative myths about Lagos. Babatunde Raji Fashola was recently listed as one of 100 top global thinkers for 2013 by a global personality assessment organization, Lo Spazio della Politica, LSDP, based in Italy and Brussels. Governor Babatunde Raji Fashola SAN is married to Dame Abimbola Emanuela Fashola, and they are blessed with children. It is my honor to invite him to give a lecture of the day.
Thank you. I think I'll be fine now. Thank you. Your Excellency, General Muhammad Buhari, former head of state. Your Excellency, Alhaji Abubakar Atiku, former vice president. My Lord, Honorable Justice Muhammad Lawal Uwais, former Chief Justice of Nigeria. Your Excellencies, my brother governors, Your Excellencies, former governors, serving and former senators and parliamentarians, distinguished and eminent Nigerians, but most especially our celebrant and his wife, my brother, Governor Timipre Sylva, and his wife, Mrs. Alayinge Sylva, and their children, on whose behalf we gather today. Let me first thank Governor Sylva for using the occasion of the 50th anniversary of his birth to convoke a discussion, as it were, about issues that challenge the Nigerian nation. It truly could have been otherwise. And when he asked me to be speaker at this event, I did not hesitate in accepting the very privileged invitation that I considered it to be. But that said, let me confess that he gave me a few topics for me to consider, but it was also easy for me to choose the topic of the day. And in the sense that I will seek to locate the discussion of this topic with our day-to-day experiences here. And thank him. But whatever happens after, I will take responsibility for what I say. But Governor Sylva will take responsibility for inviting me. Now, I don't think that our discussion will be helped by attempting to make any more formal definition of democracy. I think that it will serve our purpose simply to proceed by understanding that it is participatory governance in the sense that we all have a say, whether we vote or not. I think it is also useful to remind ourselves that participation is largely by representation. In other words, those who are old enough to vote and those who are not are represented by people elected to speak, to think, and to act on their behalf. This part is very important simply because we all cannot be in government, especially in the executive and the legislative arm. So we must elect or otherwise choose people to go there on our behalf. The problem can be compounded by size. And if you imagine what a Senate or a House of Representatives or other parliament, where all of 160 million plus of us and still counting can sit down and daily discuss what our problems are, you can only imagine what kind of architectural monument that kind of building will be. So from this point, we can see the inherent challenges that lie in a process of collective decision-making. In order to further highlight some of the challenges that lie in democratic governance, I will share with you a report of developments across the world published by the Newsweek magazine, a 2010 edition, but which continues to remain relevant. It was titled, "The Best Countries in the World, Newsweek Top 100." And it was an article by Raina Furuha. She posed the following question before delivering the report of a survey of 100 nations. Quote, "If you were born today, which country would provide you the very best opportunity to live a healthy, safe, reasonably prosperous, and upwardly mobile life?" End of quote. In the answer, Finland was number 1. Nigeria was number 99. Ghana was number 86. South Africa was number 82. Brazil was number 48. Singapore was number 20. The United States was number 11. The United Kingdom was number 14. At the time, Greece had very serious economic problems and debt crisis, but she was still number 26. Russia was number 51. The United Arab Emirates, Jordan, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia, that are not democracies in the contemporary sense that we know it, were rated 43, 53, 54, and 64 respectively. Out of the 53 African countries that were rated, only 18 made the ranking. The highest being Tunisia, that was 65, Morocco, that was rated 67, and Egypt, that was rated 74. South Africa, which was then the biggest economy in Africa in 2010, ranked lower than these undemocratic North African countries at 82. As if that was not bad enough, earlier this year, whilst I was on a trip to Abu Dhabi, I was forced to enter into a conversation with a middle-aged man of Arab extraction. It was in the evening in our hotel. He had come out to the restaurant to dine and apparently to unwind. I ended up on the same table with him, and he was insistent on making a conversation while he drank a glass of red wine. In the event, he sought to know where I came from, and when I said Nigeria, he accused our government of pauperizing our countrymen when we have oil like his own country, Saudi Arabia. When I told him that he was not supposed to drink alcoholic wine, he asked me if I was going to report to his country. When I reminded him that his country was not democratic, he hit me where it hurt most. He asked what the value of democracy is to my own countrymen, when his own countrymen can build hospitals that we bring our own alien presidents to. As if this was not enough, he rounded off by saying to me that in his country, they see what their leaders are doing with their money, building roads for them, bridges, new airports, schools, hospitals, a rail project, shopping malls, and generally driving development. And he at least did not care about democracy. Although I felt hot that